Rich Dad Poor Dad, Lesson-1, Part-5. What is this man talking about? I asked myself silently. Life pushing me around? Was life talking to me? Now I knew I had to quit my job. I was talking to someone who needed to be locked up. If you learn life's lesson, you will do well. If not, life will just continue to push you around. People do two things. Some just let life push them around, others get angry and push back. But they push back against their boss or their job or their husband or wife. They do not know it's life that's pushing. I had no idea what he was talking about. Life pushes all of us around. Some people give up and others fight. A few learn the lesson and move on. They welcome life pushing them around. To these few people, it means they need and want to learn something. They learn and move on. Most quit and a few like you fight. Rich Dad stood and shut the old creaky wooden window that needed repair. If you learn this lesson, you will grow into a wise, wealthy, and happy young man. If you don't, you will spend your life blaming a job, low pay, or your boss for all the problems you face. You live life always hoping for that big break that will solve all your money problems. Rich Dad looked over at me to see if I was still listening. His eyes met mine. We stared at each other, communicating through our eyes. Finally, I looked away once I had absorbed his message. I knew he was right. I was blaming him, and I did ask to learn. I was fighting. Rich Dad continued. Or if you are the kind of person who has no guts, you just give up every time life pushes you. If you are that kind of person, you live all your life playing it safe, doing the right things, saving yourself for some event that never happens. Then you die a boring old man. You'll have lots of friends who really like you because you are such a nice, hardworking guy. But the truth is that you let life push you into submission. Deep down, you were terrified to take risk. You really wanted to win, but the fear of losing was greater than the excitement of winning. Deep inside, you and only you will know. You didn't go for it. You chose to play it safe. Our eyes met again. You've been pushing me around, I asked. Some people might say that, smiled Rich Dad. I would say that I just gave you a taste of life. What taste of life? I asked. Still angry. Now curious and ready to learn. You boys are the first people who have ever asked me to teach them how to make money. I have more than 150 employees and not one of them has asked me what I know about money. They ask me for a job and a paycheck, but never to teach them about money. So most will spend the best years of their life working for money, not really understanding what it is they are working for. I sat there listening intently. So when Mike told me you wanted to learn how to make money, I decided to design a course that mirrored real life. I could talk until I was blue in the face, but you wouldn't hear a thing. So I decided to let life push you around a bit so you could hear me. That's why I paid you only 10 cents. So what is the lesson I learned from working for only 10 cents an hour? I asked. That you are cheap and exploit your workers? Rich Dad rocked back and laughed heartily. Finally, he said, the best change your point of view. Stop blaming me and thinking I'm the problem. If you think I'm the problem, then you have to change me. If you realize that you are the problem, then you can change yourself, learn something, and grow wiser. Most people want everyone else in the world to change, but themselves. Let me tell you, it's easier to change yourself than everyone else. I don't understand myself. Don't blame me for your problems, Rich Dad said, growing impatient. But you only pay me 10 cents, so what are you learning? Rich Dad asked, smiling. That you're cheap? I said with a slight grin. See, you think I'm the problem, said Rich Dad. But you are. Well, keep that attitude and you'll learn nothing. Keep the attitude that I am the problem and what choices do you have? Well, if you don't pay me more or show me more respect and teach me, I'll quit. Well put, Rich Dad said. And that's exactly what most people do. They quit and go looking for another job, a better opportunity, and higher pay, actually thinking that this will solve the problem. In most cases, it won't. So, So, what should I do? I asked. Just take this measly 10 cents an hour and smile? Rich Dad smiled. That's what the other people do, but that's all they do, waiting for a raise, thinking that more money will solve their problems. Most just accept it, and some take a second job working harder, but again accepting a small paycheck. I sat staring at the floor, beginning to understand the lesson Rich Dad was presenting. I could sense it was a taste of life. Finally, I looked up and asked, so what will solve the problems? This, he said, leaning forward in his chair and tapping me gently on the head. This stuff between your two ears. It was at that moment that Rich Dad shared the pivotal point of view that separated him from his employees and my poor dad, and led him eventually to become one of the richest men in Hawaii. While my highly educated poor dad struggled financially all his life, it was a singular point of view that made all the difference over a lifetime. Rich Dad explained this point of view over and over, which I call lesson number 1. The poor and the middle class work for money, the rich have money, work for them. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the next part of our video.